This is gonna pay me. But I'm not gonna pick up the call.
電話鳴ってるけど
Oh! We're forced to pick up the call anyway.
参りからだ。
Or maybe?
出てあげなさいよ。なんで私に遠慮してるんだ
No. Okay, we're not gonna pick up the call. I want to see what happens when we don't pick up the call. I know this is terrible, but I'm not picking it up. The ringtone cuts off during my hesitation.
めめしいな。はっきり言ってがっかり。
お前は俺に殺されてもいいっていうのか。
今の私の話、聞いてなかったの
聞いていたが。
An email interrupts me. I don't want to argue with Kurisu anymore, so I open my phone to break the conversation. You got mail. Worried? Toot-toot-oo! Mayushi here. Hey, Ocarine. Is something bothering you? You've been looking kind of sad lately. Do you want to talk about it? Or is it something you can't tell Mayushi about? That would make me sad. If you feel like Mayushi's being a burden, then I want you to tell me, okay? It's only 2 minutes in, Mayuri. Don't do this to me.
あいつ何が重荷だよ。勝手に自分を責めやがって。ふざけるなよ、クソ。いつもは空気を読めないくせに、なんでこういう時だけ。
重荷ね。
俺は一度だって真由里を重荷に感じたことはない。
だったらそれをはっきり言ってあげればいい。
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to leave Mayuri in the dark. She never looks like she's thinking anything, and yet she saw my doubt? Either way, I can't tell her the truth.
岡部。
Kurisu sighs, then glares at me.
これまでのあんたなら悩んだりしなかったはず。とりあえず真由里に会いに行くべき。あの子だっていろいろ思うところがあるんだろうし。
She's right. Even if I don't tell Mayuri the truth, I need to at least tell her something. I'll postpone my decision and go see Mayuri. I don't know what I did right there. I don't know what I just did. I think I did a big fuck up. I'm not for sure if I did anything to affect the ending I'm getting. And I feel like I just did something very dickish to Mayuri. Oh shit! Oops, I missed a line. It's afternoon on the first day of Kamima, and the crowds are finally beginning to thin out. Of course, the industry booths and cosplay area are still packed, but at least I don't have to wait in line to get in. And the game froze. The game... Wow. I don't think How do I fix this? Well, okay, here we go. Back to the menu. No, actually I have to close out the God dang it. Alright, well, maybe that was the timeline telling me I should have picked up Mayuri's call. I think the timeline was telling me to pick up Mayuri's call by doing that. Wow, when the timeline yells at me for doing something terrible to Mayuri. Oh my god. When the timeline is mad at me. Well, I will go by your wish this timeline, okay? I'm sorry I did not pick up a call from Mayuri. I'm gonna pick it up as soon as the screen comes on, alright? Alright? We're picking it up.
真由里か。
Displayed on the screen is Mayuri's face, devoid of its usual brightness for some reason.
どうした？
ダルくんから聞いたんだ。オカリンがなんだか変だったって。マユシーはコミマに夢中になってて、オカリンのことよく見ててあげられなかったね。いつもならオカリンが元気なかったらすぐに気づくのに。ごめんね。
Don't apologize. You've done nothing wrong.
でね、何かあったの？オカリン？
Can't tell her. I can't. I've kept a secret from her all of this time. That's the way it has to be.
何もないよ。
She knows you're lying.
そっか。前はよくマユシーにいろんな話してくれたよね。例えば、機関には幹部が4人いて、それぞれゲップとスダチと声優とジャコだっけ？
玄武とスザクと清流と白虎だ。
それ。そういうね、オカリンのお話、とっても面白かったな。でも、ねえ、オカリン。マユシーのこと、重荷に感じてたら、言ってね。
そんなこと。
じゃあとりあえず切るね。もしマユシーにいろいろお話ししたいなって思ったらいつでも電話してくれていいからね。じゃあトゥットゥルー。
She hung up on me.
マユリ、なんだって？
あいつ何が重荷だよ。勝手に自分を責めやがって。
The universe was pointing at me to go through this route. Man, you bastards! You bastards in the timeline! It's even sad. Even though the text message, okay, the text message was sadder than the call, but still, oh.
いつもは空気を読めないくせに、なんでこういう時だけ。
重荷ね。
俺は一度だってマユリを重荷に感じたことはない。
だったらそれをはっきり言ってあげればいい。
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to leave Mayuri in the dark. She looks like she's thinking everything. She never looks like she's thinking anything. And yet, she saw my doubt? Either way, I can't tell her the truth.
岡部。
Kurisu sighs, then glares at me.
これまでのあんたなら悩んだりしなかったはず。とりあえずマユリに会いに行くべき。あの子だっていろいろ思うところがあるんだろうし。
She's right. Even if I don't tell Mayuri the truth, I need to at least tell her something. I'll postpone my decision and go see Mayuri. It's afternoon on the first day of Kamima, and the crowds are finally beginning to thin out. Of course, the industry booths and cosplay area are still packed, but at least I don't have to wait in line to get in. I've been trying to get in touch with Mayuri for a while now, but she hasn't responded. I checked with Daru, but he hasn't seen her today either. Cosplay ends at 4 p.m. I focus on searching the cosplay area until then, but I still can't find her. Maybe she finished early and went home. I tried calling her home. No luck. They haven't seen her since she left this morning. Where is she? I'm always afraid that she'll disappear the second I take my eyes off her. It's been like that ever since she lost her grandmother. Maybe it's just my imagination. We've been so close for so long. I saw Mayuri at her weakest and most vulnerable. Maybe that has made me overprotective. But I don't care how other people see us. I can't leave Mayuri alone. I step into the cemetery. The final resting place of Mayuri's beloved grandmother. When was the last time I came here? For about a year after Mayuri became my hostage, I periodically accompany her here. But I don't think I've been here since I entered high school, so it's been about 3 or 4 years. As I get closer to Mayuri's grandmother's grave, I began to hear a voice. It's Mayuri. I'd recognize her voice anywhere. It sounds like she's talking to someone. I approach quietly.
ねえ、おばあちゃん。
Mayuri is standing there, talking to the grave. What a relief. She hasn't disappeared. I decided to watch silently from a short distance away.
最近ね、怖い夢をよく見るんだ。
For a second, I wonder if she's learned to commune with dead. But no, she's just talking to herself.
その夢の中ではね、いつもマユシーはひどい目に遭うの。ピストルでバーンって撃たれたり、車の事故に巻き込まれたり、電車にひかれたり。
What? Don't tell me.
まるで本当のことみたいで、すごく痛くて、すごく悲しくて、誰か助けてって一生懸命声を出そうとするけど出せなくて、どうしてそんな夢見るのかな。
Does she remember her deaths? All of them? Is she inheriting memories like I do?
でね、その夢の最後はいつも決まってるの。マユシーが泣いてるとね、オカリンが助けに来てくれるんだ。マユシーはオカリンにありがとう、ありがとうって言うんだけど、その声もオカリンには聞こえてなくて、オカリンはマユシーを抱きしめてとっても悲しそうな顔をしてた。泣いちゃいそうだけど絶対に泣かなくてね。でも一生懸命我慢してるのがわかるの。
Come to think of it, both Ferris and Lukako remember their memories from before the past changed. I used to think that memories couldn't be shared between world lines. I used to think that I was the exception, with reading Steiner. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe everyone has the same power, and the only difference is how strong it is. Maybe reading Steiner is nothing special after all.
だからマユシーも悲しくなってごめんね、ごめんねって言うけど、やっぱり声は届かなくて、そこでいつも目が覚めるんだ。どうしてこんな夢見るのかな。
I've failed so many times to save her. I've watched her die again and again. Everything I've done has been to prevent that from happening. And yet, have the memories of those deaths been tormenting her as she sleeps? I bite my lip in frustration. I still have a terrible decision to make. Do I save Mayuri, or do I save Kurisu? There's no perfect ending here. I can't save them both. It's one or the other. If I choose Kurisu, then Mayuri's dreams will become reality. I don't want Mayuri to feel any pain. Until now, I thought of only saving her. That is my goal. But at the same time, I can't let Kurisu die. Again, my thoughts hit the same dead end. Mayuri hasn't noticed me yet. She's still staring at the sky, just as she was on the day I took her hostage. She's talking to her grandmother in heaven.
あ、そうそう。最近ラボメンがすごく増えたんだよ。クリスちゃんでしょ、萌香さん、ルカくん、フェリスちゃん、それともう引っ越しちゃっていないけどすずさん。8人だよ。すごいね。
On this world line, they all became lab members. However, not a single one of them has sent an email.
最初はオカリンとマユシーの2人だけだったのにね。ラボができたばっかりの頃はね、オカリンはあんまり面白そうじゃなかったけど、最近はね、とっても楽しそうなんだよ。
Is that how she sees it? Well, she's not wrong. She really does know me, doesn't she?
そんなオカリンを見てるとね、マユシーも嬉しくなってニコニコできるの。
And I'm about to make you all upset. I'm sorry, I need to pee. I really need to pee right now. Oh my god, I can't hold my bladder for this scene.
それにね、賑やかだとウキウキしてくるし、特にクリスちゃんはね、アメリカの有名な本に論文が載ったりして、とっても頭がいいんだよ。マユシーは憧れちゃうのです。タイムマシンだって作っちゃうぐらいなんだから。あ、これはオカリンとダルくんも一緒に作ってたけどね。
Then, Mayuri falls silent. Her gaze becomes distant. She stands still and looks up to the sky. What could she be thinking?
でもね、たまに思うんだ。最初マユシーが押しかけてラボに2人きりだった時のこと。学校が終わってラボに行くとね、オカリンはいないの。でね、お部屋の片付けしたり、可愛い小物を飾り付けたりしてるうちに、オカリンが少し遅れてやってきて、マユシーがおかえりって言うと、オカリンはただいまとは言わなくて、ご苦労って偉そうに答えてた。その後は毎日2時間ぐらい2人でぼんやり過ごして、一緒に電車でお家に帰るの。その2時間はね、会話なんてほとんどなくて、でも嫌な沈黙とかじゃなくて、ただそこにいるっていう感じで、2人で並んでソファーに座って、オカリンはラボの作戦計画書みたいなのを書いてて、マユシーは漫画読んだりゲームしたりして、たまに思い出したようにね、一緒にお菓子を食べてた。 てもゆっくり優しく時間が流れてて、それでもいいかななんて思ったり、まるでマユシーは本当に人質になっちゃったみたいだなとかふと思って、一人でえへへって笑ったり。オカリンはニコニコしてるマユシーを見てね、こういうの。
I remember. It was 4 months ago. Still spring. The lab wasn't as lively as it is now. It was an isolated bubble of slow-moving time.
何かいいことでもあったのか？
いいことはなかったけど、あったよ。
そうか。幻想を見たのだな。それはもしかすると機関の幹部の一人、通称イリュージョンコンダクターからの攻撃である可能性がある。
そっか、じゃあ気をつけなきゃ。でもね、きっとそのイリュージョンコダクさんっていう人は。
コダクさんではない、コンダクターだ。
その人はきっと悪い人じゃないと思うな。
It was nothing. Just meaningless chatter to pass the time.
それはマヨシーにはすごく心地よくて、なんだか泣きそうなくらい嬉しくて、このままずっと続いてほしいなって思ってた。あ、今の賑やかさが嫌ってわけじゃないんだよ。
Mayuri shakes her head in denial. Finally, she stops looking up at the sky and bows her head instead.
最近ね、オカリンと話す時間ちょっと減っちゃった。だからね、マユシーは寂しくなっちゃったのかもしれないね。
It's true. I haven't had time to talk to her lately. That's because I've been fighting to prevent her death. To keep her dreams from coming true. All so that Mayuri will keep smiling. I never again want to see her cry like she did on the day her grandmother died.
でもね、オカリンの重荷にはなりたくないんだ。
That word again. Burden. I've never thought of her as a burden.
マユシーはいつもオカリンに迷惑かけてばっかりだから。ね、おばあちゃん。
Mayuri lifts her face once more.
いつまでもこのままじゃいられないよね。
このままでいい。
When I finally speak to Mayuri, she turns my way with a surprised expression. Her face is so soft, so innocent. Slowly, her lips curve into a smile.
オカリンだー！あ、すごいね！どうしてここにいるってわかったの？
I got the Mayuri ending. There's no doubt about it. This is the Mayuri ending.
人質がどこにいるのか、俺は常に把握しているのだ。
人質。
だからお前は俺の手からは逃れられん。絶対にだ。
そっか。でもね、あんまり無理したらダメだよ。マユシーはね、ちょっぴり心配なのです。
お前に心配されるほどこの法王院京馬はヤワではないのだ。マユリ、話せる時が来たら全て話す。だからそれまでお前は何も変わらずにいてくれ。
Mayuri stands up and turns to the grave once more. As an offering, she leaves a brand new white lily, as well as some dango dumplings.
オカリン、帰ろう。
帰る前に団子を食べるんだろ。
Back when we used to visit the cemetery together, it was part of our daily routine to eat dango on the way back.
もちろんだよ。
Okay, this might be a stretch, but is this a Clannad reference? This is a stretch. The Great Dango Family? Okay, no, that's a stretch. I'm stretching a little bit. Dango's a regular food for people to eat, so I don't think it's a reference to Clannad with the Great Dango Family, but I was just thinking of that for some reason. I barely hear stuff about Dango. Well, since I live in America, so I really don't get to hear it too much. Even though I should! I don't as much. But yeah, I made a connection to Clannad, though. I don't think they're referencing Clannad here. Unless they say something about a family and dongos. I'm still watching Clannad at this moment. Akiba is empty again today. The otaku have all made the exodus to Kamima for the second day of battle. But come nightfall, they will return to Akiba like a victorious army laden with spoils, and the streets will be chaos. I know Daru has gone to Kamima. The question is, has Mayuri? I hope she has. I want things to be normal again. I remember what I heard yesterday, the feelings Mayuri expressed at her grandmother's grave. The events of the last few weeks have affected her as well. After I escorted Mayuri home from the cemetery, I spent the whole night whacking my brain for a third option. A way out of this mess. My thoughts were a jumble, ideas coming and going too fast to judge which were right and which were wrong. But of course, there isn't a right choice here. For in the end, it always comes back to the same question. Who do I let die? And no matter how I try to dance around it, the answer is always the same. I can't choose. Is there no one else who can make this decision? No. Even if there were, I know I never accept their choice, whichever it happened to be. Once again, I'm heading for the roof of Radicon. I had to get out of the lab. Mayuri or Kurisu might return at any moment, and I can't face them now. I look up at the sky. The clouds are dark and heavy. It could start raining any minute now. Wait! Hold up. Did I get all the flags for the Mayuri ending? Did I? Or did I not? Because this kind of feels like it's setting up for the events of the anime. And the anime adapted the true ending. I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep on playing. I'm gonna have to keep on playing to make that judgment. I thought I was alone. But someone was here before me. Kurisu is lying in the middle of the roof, arms and legs spread as if making a snow angel. The image of Kurisu in a pool of blood flashes through my mind. Is she alright? I run towards her, but before I make it halfway, she suddenly sits up and turns to face me.
岡部か。
生きてたか。
What a dumb thing to say. Fortunately, it looks like Kurisu didn't hear me. She's busy combing her disheveled hair with her fingers. I breathe a silent sigh of relief.
そっか。ここだとあんたと会っちゃう可能性があること忘れてた。
何をしていたんだ？
Contemplating my, soon-to-be demise.
考え事。
そうか。
Was she thinking about her death? I don't know what to say, so I keep my mouth shut. Kurisu appears to be in the same boat. She's staring at the capsule toy dispenser in the corner. Her face is wearing the usual frown. The awkward silence drags on. When you think about it, Kurisu's fate rests in my hands. My decision will determine whether she lives or dies. Her fantastic hypothesis yesterday was a desperate attempt to construct a scenario where she doesn't die. Even if she believes that her theory is correct, it must be difficult for her to avoid imagining her own death. I force a smile. I'm getting really uncomfortable here.
邪魔になっているようだから、俺はもう行く。
Damn! I was expecting a sarcastic remark like, "Since when do math scientists have manners?" or something. Just then, something cold lands on the tip of my nose. When I look up, raindrops start landing on my forehead. An evening shower. It's only going to get more intense, and quickly. Kurisu hasn't moved a muscle. She's just standing there with her arms folded, staring at the ground as if she doesn't notice the rain at all.
おい、雨が降ってきてるぞ。
She's acting strange, like her mind is elsewhere. I knew it. She's been thinking about.
ってうわっ
Less than a minute, the rain turns into a full downpour. We had no time to seek shelter. Kurisu's scream is drowned out by the roar of the rain. Oh, wow.
夕立を甘く見たな。
Now safely inside the building, we take a moment to catch our breath. It's been a week since Suzaha's time machine disappeared, but Radigan is still closed. Lights are off, and it's pretty dark inside.
もっと早く忠告してよ。おかげで下着までびしょ濡れじゃない。
Nice.
右に同じく。この
Nice.
暗さに助けられたな、助手を。
どういう意味？
もしラジカンが営業していたら、今頃お前のあられもない姿が多くの人間の前にあらわにされていただろう。
Even in the dim light, I can tell that Kurisu is scrambling to cover her chest.
あんたも変態だってこと忘れてた。
自分から下着までびしょ濡れだと申告しておいてよく言う。
これ以上口聞かないで。下着の色とかよくも妄想したな。許さないから。
妄想などしてない。
She's too self-conscious. What? The color of her underwear. Huh. Gotta be white.
冷えるか。
だから脱いで乾かせって？ふざけないで。変態の手に引っかかるもんか。
誰もそんなこと言ってないだろう。少し落ち着け。ま、たとえ服を脱いだとしてもこの暗さだから案ずることはない。お前の貧相なヌード姿は誰にも見られることは。
それ以上喋るとあんたの大脳新皮質をポン酢につけて高級料亭で提供してやるんだから。
すまん。
Please, spare me that horror. Still, these white cracks are a welcome distraction.
夕立ならすぐに止むわよね。それまで待つか。
I see Kurisu's shadowy form move to sit on the staircase. I sit next to her.
なんで横になんで
喋るなと言ったのはお前だ、クリスティーナ。
あんまり近くに来ないでよ。今ぐらいの距離が限界だから。これ以上離れるとは言わないけど、これ以上近づいたら押し返すからな。
Our bodies gradually grow cold. We start shivering. Maybe I should take off my wet clothes. But if I do that, Kurisu will just call me a perv again. Better not. My eyes gradually adjust to the darkness. I can see Kurisu more clearly now. She's huddled up against the wall.
こっち見んな。
バカな！この暗さでは俺がどこを見ているかなどわからないはず。
Does she have infravision?
やっぱり見てたのか？
Damn! She used leading questioning on me. That's such a high-level technique. I avert my eyes from Kurisu and take off my lab coat. I almost kicked off my entire headset, but that's good. I didn't. I was just trying to take off my lab coat. That's when I noticed that my coat was torn at the shoulder. I'm rereading that. I'm sorry. I lost my reading ability as soon as I took off the head. As soon as I took off my lab coat. That's when I noticed my coat is torn at the shoulder.
屋上から避難した時にどこかに引っ掛けたか？
何の話？
いや、上着の肩口が破れかけていた。
岡部ってドジっ子だったの？
俺はマッドサイエンティスト属性であってドジっ子属性など持っていない。
It seems like forever since I've talked to Kurisu as Halloween Kyoma.
はいはい。
Kurisu suddenly holds out her hand.
ほら、貸しなさいよ。
何？
ちょうどソーイングセット持ってるから縫ってやると言っている。
ソーイングセットだと？お前が？
悪いか。
I hand over my coat as asked.
実験大好きっ子のくせにそんな家庭的なものを？
Well now.
実験大好きっ子であると同時に家庭的な女の子かもしれないじゃない。
家庭的な女の子なのか？
相対的に見れば家庭的かもね。と言っても日本の女子高生の家庭的女の子指数がどれくらいか知らないけど。
There's an index for that? First I've heard of it. Kurisu skillfully threads the needle, despite the darkness.
濡れてるから針が通りにくいな。
本当に偶然持っていたのか？
しつこい。そんなに私がソーイングセット持ってたら悪いの？
I almost tipped my chair over. Ooh, that would have been funny, though also disastrous for my cranial cortex. I gotta keep my big cranium in full, full capacity.
悪いとは言っていないが、まるで狙ったかのようだったからな。
つまりあんたが服を破ってしまうのを見越してあらかじめ用意していたって言ってもらいたいんですね。わかります。そんなわけあるか。それと勘違いしないでほしいんだけど、別に好きで縫ってあげてるわけじゃないんだからね。
出たな、ツンデレセリフ。
茶化すな。あんたが偶然服を破って 私は偶然ソーイングセットを持っていた。だから縫ってあげている。それだけ。
偶然ね。まさかお前タイムリープしているということはないよな。
つまりあんたが服を破ってしまったからタイムリープして事前にソーイングセットを用意したって言ってもらいたいんですね。わかります。そんなわけあるか、そんなわけあるか。大事なことなので2回言いました。アンダースタン
Oh, my mouse went out of the tab. Hey, whoa, whoa,
わ
whoa.
ざわざタイムリープして対策を練るならば
Not what I
ソ
want to
ーイング
see.
セットではなくタオルを用意しておくのが先だからな。
何それ、皮肉？文句ばっかり。
After working for a while, Kurisu cuts the string with her teeth, then hands me back my coat.
ほら、
ありがとう。
出来については暗くて確認できないけど、もし仮に出来が悪くても私の腕のせいじゃない。この暗さのせいよ、きっと。ちなみに糸の色についても何が出るかお楽しみに。
色もランダムなのか。
黒か赤かピンク、確率は3分の1。
せめてピンクが出ないように祈ろう。
It's pink.
寒いか。
まあね。
俺の上着を羽織るか。
それだって濡れてるでしょ。
まあそうだが。
Silence again. The words flow so naturally when it's just harmless banter, but 1 second of silence, and suddenly we have nothing to say. It must be because of what happened yesterday. I'm so desperate to avoid the topic that nothing seems safe. I know I need to say something. But what?
結論は出た？
Her voice is barely a whisper, but I can hear her clearly in the silence of the empty stairwell. I look at Kurisu. She's hugging her knees to her chest, presumably against the cold. My decision. I know what she means. That's why I can't answer.
まだ悩んでるの？あんたってまゆりのこと好きなんでしょ？
何？
Where did that come from? Kurisu keeps staring into the darkness.
ただの錯覚かもしれないけど、私の心の中に奇妙な記憶というかデジャブみたいなものがある。そこではあんたはまゆりを助けようと必死になってて、一人で傷つきながらそれでも前に突き進もうとしてるの。
Kurisu? Too?
そんな岡部が私に相談をしてきて、そのひたむきに頑張ってる姿を見て、私も力になってあげたいと思ったり。って別にあんたを助けたいって思ったわけじゃないからな。私はあくまでまゆりを助けたいだけであって。とにかく私にはなぜかそんな錯覚が記憶のように残ってる。
So Kurisu's the same. She still has faint memories from previous war lines.
自己分析してみたけど、夢で見たものを現実と思い込んでるのか、単なる願望か、 それぐらいの結論しか出なかった。ただこれだけははっきりしてる。あんたはマユリを助けるべきなのよ。
怖くないのか。
Say Mayuri, I must undo the current world line. If I do that, Kurisu will die.
なんだか廃墟に迷い込んだみたい。
Kurisu suddenly changes the subject. She looks around the dark, empty stairwell.
まるで世界中の電源が切られて、私たちだけ取り残されたみたい。ふと思うんだ。もしあんたがベータ世界線に行ったとする。みんなも一斉にそっちに移動するとしたら、私だけは移動できない。私だけが取り残される。そしたら世界中がこの場所みたいになっちゃうのかな。所詮これも仮説の一つだけど。
俺は
I need to say it.
お前も救う。マユリだけじゃなくてお前も。
できもしないこと言わなくていい。
Kurisu cuts me off sharply, then buries her face in her knees.
怖くないかってさっき聞いた。怖いに決まってるでしょ。自分が消えるかもしれない。自分だけが取り残されるかもしれない。あるいはあんただけがこの世界線からいなくなるかもしれない。誰もあんたがいなくなったことを認識してない世界がずっと続いていって、私は何事もなかったかのようにアメリカに帰るかもしれない。かもしれない。かもしれない。かもしれない。そんないろんな可能性を考えて、その度に絶望的な気分になる。でも
Kurisu raises her head and spears me with her glare.
だからマユリを見殺しにしろなんて言えると思
クリス。
う？もうなんか寒いな。
Kurisu grabs her own arms. In the darkness, I see her shoulders shaking.
濡れてる服着てる青年。たくダメだ。こんなの全然論理的じゃない。仮説にすらなってない。全部根拠のない妄想。こんなしょうもない妄想を垂れ流す脳の機能をカットしてやりたい。
Now she's talking to herself in an angry tone. Kurisu has always been calm when faced with the unknown. I admire her for that. I thought she was facing this calmly too. But I was wrong. Behind her cool facade, she was struggling to cope with the knowledge that her very existence was in jeopardy. She was fighting that fear all alone, and now it has finally come to the surface. Of course she's afraid. However brilliant she may be, she's still just an 18-year-old girl. Kurisu abruptly stands up. I realize that I no longer hear the sound of rain pounding on the roof.
聞いて、岡部。両方救うのは無理。そうでしょ。どうあがいたって確率は2分の1なの。
だが
じゃない。私の結論は変わらない。マユリを助けて。
I hear the pain in her voice, and also I hear the pain in her voice, and also the resolve. Kurisu has made up her mind. I look away and clench my fist. My nails dig into the palms of my hands.
そう簡単に諦めろっていうのか。お前を見捨てろっていうのか。そんなのできるはずがないだろ
う。できるかできないかじゃない。あんたをやらなくちゃいけない。それしか道はない。
ダメだ。お前は俺たちの大切な仲間だ。俺はお前も見捨てない。
岡部。
Kurisu drops to her knees and grasps me by the collar. I gasp for breath as she stares into my eyes. Her eyes are hard and stern. It's always like this when she scolds me. Always the same glare.
他に解決策があるの？ないんでしょ。私はマユリを犠牲にしてまで生きていたくない。もしマユリを助けなかったらあんたを一生恨むから。
This can't be happening! I hate this choice with no right answer. I hate the universe for being so cruel. And most of all, I hate myself for forcing Kurisu to speak these words when she is the one with the most to lose. Tears well up in my eyes. I bite my lip and hold them back. Is there really no other way? I can't bear it. I look straight back at Kurisu as she holds me by the collar. And tightly embrace her slender body. Her clothes are still wet from the rain, but all I feel is warmth radiating from the core of her being.
お前はここにいるのにこんなのあんまりだ。
ごめん。
Tension drains from her back and her hands. She gives her whole body to my embrace.
ありがとう。私のためにそこまで苦しんでくれて。でももう十分。私は大丈夫だから。あとはマユリのことだけ考えて。
Despite her fear, Kurisu has made her choice. It's time for me to do the same. I need to decide, here and now, the future of the world. Which friend to let die. Holding Kurisu tightly, I whisper into her ear.
すまない。
A meaningless apology.
俺はマユリだけはどうしても救いたいから。
These words are a death sentence, but I force myself to speak them. It takes every ounce of willpower I possess.
お前を助けられない。
When I finish, I feel as if a great weight has left my shoulders. At the same time, as if 1,000 needles are stabbing into my heart. Kurisu weakly returns my embrace. She then lets go and stands up.
さてと。
There's already a look of relief on her face.
先に帰る。
帰るってどこへ？
To America?
ラボに決まってるでしょ。服を乾かさないと。シャワーも浴びたいし。
In that case, we should go back together. But before I can suggest it, Kurisu beats me to the punch, as if she read my mind.
あんたはそこでずぶ濡れのまましばらく待ってて。わかった？
We can't go back together. That's her verdict.
わかった。
I hang my head and shut my eyes. Kurisu's footsteps fade into the distance. I wrap my arms around my body. Even though it's summer and sweltering hot, I can't stop my body from shaking. I realize that a part of me is relieved that Kurisu left alone. At least I won't have to face her again, to look upon the face of the girl I chose to die. I'm a coward. My self-loathing echoes in the darkness. And with this, we are ending this episode. Right here, right now. Right before we do achieve either the Kurisu or Mayuri ending. I don't know which one I'm going to get, honestly. I actually cannot honestly tell. I'm either going to get the Mayuri, Kurisu, or true ending. I don't know which one. I'm just going to have to see when I get to it in a few minutes. So thank you all for watching this video. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Oh, there's a water bottle I chucked behind me earlier in this session. Alright, I'm gonna skeet it towards the door. Oh, that failed. Thank you everybody for watching this episode of Steins. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you all next time. I'll see you all next time. Mikhail!
Okay.